start with the next session. The next session we have this building up strong 5GhZ PPT and PTMT links. Our speaker for that is Kaushalesh Kumar, Sales Director, South Asia, Airspan Networks India.
Good afternoon to all of you. Warm welcome to all presents here. Special thanks to the organizers, those who are keeping a hard effort to make this event alive and successful. I am Kaushalesh Kumar from Airspan Networks, working as a sales director for Southeast Asia for our various products, point-to-point and point-to-multipoint. Today here I am to address the pain area of service provider, whether they are telecom company, ISPs, internet service provider, cable operators. So what is the pain area for service provider is to expand the area, to reach out the places where hard to reach through fiber. Of course, fiber is ultimate, but country like India, every places we do not have reach to lay down the fiber immediately to expand the services. So I am going to cover the hot topic like how to connect unconnected area through the devices. So let me explain you what is Airspan. So Airspan basically a multi-award winning 4G, 5G company, network solution provider company. We provide end-to-end solution, access network, RAN, Open RAN, and then we have a virtualization, base station, RAN software, backhaul, and network operation solutions. As a company, we are a quite innovative company. We have got 132 patents granted, and 190 patents are still pending from the authority. Over 30 years of experience with 800 employees across the world, we serve our client successfully. We have a headquarters at US, Florida, and 13 offices across the world, including Tel Aviv, London, and in India we have office Mumbai and Bangalore. Recently we have opened. So as a company, we are well known, respected operators and thought leaders, our investors. So you can see that OAK, SoftBank, even Jio is one of the investors in our company for 5G and 4G product. We have a Qualcomm, NE, Foxconn. These are all our investors, and you can see that a lot of tier 1 operator like Sprint, Jio from India, SoftBank, Rakuten, they are using our 4G, 5G product, and as well point-to-point and point-to-multipoint product. So what comes, in fact, as a company over 30 years of providing these solutions, that we hear it, we keep on hearing to the client what they want and how to solve their issues. So we got multiple awards like Product of the Year, Best Customer Support, Best User Interface, Lowest Cost versus Bit 40 and 80 megahertz space, Best Feature and Functions of the product, Top 100 Companies, Manufacturer of the Year, Technology Pioneer, and Highest Capacity Product, 80 gigahertz, and Best New Ventures. So these are all the things we hear it from the industry, that how they recognize us. Now what I am going to cover up here, the topic is connect through backhaul or through point-to-point, point-to-multipoint, where the fiber is not reachable. It's very difficult to reach through fiber. So that is a pain area for any internet service provider or any cable operator to cover up a large area. So that is our main focus today, to give the solution to that industry. The product which I am going to talk about is a Mimosa brand, commercially available around the world for the last 8 years. Over 6,000 ISPs, they are using our product, including telecom company. We have deployed close to 500,000 devices across the world in 184 countries. Mostly the product is cellular fiber telco client global operation, and then we have a customer support, we have sales support here, we have an ecosystem to reach out even from Kanyakumari to Ladakh. Any places you go, you can see our product is available. So when we talk about the Mimosa, Mimosa is one of the brand of our company, Airspan. Mimosa by Airspan is a fixed wireless broadband solution, worldwide leader in hybrid fiber HFW solution. So Mimosa hybrid fiber solution, how it is that fiber fast broadband connectivity in suburban and urban and hard to reach rural area. So what is the problem for the ISP today when they wanted to reach out, like Nikhil said, that 350 billion people, they are using still 2G phone. So the infrastructure wise, we are not very poor today. So any service provider who wanted to capture that area, they have to reach out that area, either through fiber or through wireless or various means they have got it. But if you talk about the cost of deploying fiber in a rural area, it's very costly. So you require point to point and point to multi-point links, which can provide you very high bandwidth. Not, of course, no wireless is ready to give the bandwidth of the fiber, but at least required bandwidth, which I'm talking about 700 Mbps to 1.75 Gbps capacity, you can create the link from your point of presence to 30 kilometer or 40 kilometer distances. So the product which is there today is a rapid easily deployment for voice, video and data applications. So what comes in your mind when you think about the wireless as a users? Mostly when we talk about the wireless, so there is a access point, base station, we call it as A. The product which we have got today as an access point is ranging from 700 Mbps to 7 Gbps. So each sector can provide you 7 Gbps capacity also. So as a whole tower, if you cover 4 sector, then probably 20 Gbps capacity you can get it from the tower. Then there is a backhaul point-to-point link. We have a today 1 Gbps, 1.75 Gbps product available in Wi-Fi 6 scenario. Then you require, when you deploy access point, base station, you require client radio. We have a C5C, C56, which can give you 700 Mbps to 1.75 Gbps in point to multi-point scenario. As a OEM, we have our own antenna, right from 12 dBi to 25 dBi in modular waste. We have a sector antenna. We have a Omni antenna, is our own manufactured antenna. Then what you needed NMS. If you deploy hundreds of links, then you require to manage the link through NMS. It is available on cloud or on premises. And then as a designer, when you design the network, you require network tools. So that is also available to design your wireless point-to-point and point-to-multi-point link. So here the capacity which we talk about today in Wi-Fi 5, we have a maximum capacity available 1 gig to 1.75 Gbps. In India, we have a 5 GHz free band. So we use B5X, BYC for a longer distance connectivity for higher bandwidth. B11 is 11 GHz radio, and B24 is a 24 GHz radio, which is being used for the operator, those who have got the license. So now you hear a lot about Wi-Fi 6. So we have a product ready in Wi-Fi 6 in point-to-point and point-to-multi-point, where each device in point-to-point can deliver 1.75 Gbps backhaul capacity, and in base station 7 Gbps capacity. So this product is quite unique, 1024 QAM, and then each product work as a dual link. Now India as a country where 5 GHz is free, so lot of interference come in the environment, and possibly sometime you lose the connectivity. So this radio has got the dual radio, and each link is working as a TX and RX for your smooth connectivity. And plus, as an Indian, what we think, once we put up the tower, we try to load the tower with maximum number of links, right? So what problem comes when we deploy hundreds of links from the same tower? You get lot of interference, which we call it as self interference, right? So we have a technology inbuilt, which we call it as a GPS sync. Now it takes the clock from the satellite and it synchronizes the all radio. Either one time they will send the signal or receive the signal. So noise which is going to created by the neighboring radio can be minimized. But of course, external interference you cannot avoid. Only through technology you can minimize it, but you cannot say that my radio is proven. B5X is recently launched in India. One plus point you will see this radio has got 1 gig capacity, and this radio has got multiple antenna, right? Antenna starts from 12 dBi, 25 up to 25 dBi. So depending on the distance, same radio with modular antennas. So design wise, it is a bit unique. If you are using point to point or point to multi-point radio, probably you can see there is a RF cable running between antenna and radio. So we have removed that part. So from the radio, you directly mount the antenna. So one leakage point, which is through RF, is going to get eliminated. Now we have a low-end product starting from 700 Mbps, C5C and C5X. These two products we promote for the low-end market, where people look after economics and as well higher bandwidth. So these two product family is providing 700 Mbps throughput. C5X is with modular antenna, 12 dBi, 16 dBi, 25 dBi antenna. And then if your distance is more than 20 km or 30 km, so we recommend to use C5C with third-party antenna. So when we recommend the antenna, we also suggest that which antenna you should use a third party to get maximum benefit of the link. So this photograph shows you how robust our product is, providing bandwidth to the Mount Everest base camp for the longer distance, high bandwidth. So we have deployed hundreds of links in India and as well as our neighboring country, Nepal, Bangladesh, successfully, where a lot of competitors face challenges in providing high bandwidth on lower cost. So when we talk about the antenna, we have alliance with ALGcom. ALGcom is a Brazil-based company, and we have also our limitations up to 25 dBi antenna we manufacture. But when it comes to cover the distance of 40 km or beyond 40 km, we recommend to use quality antenna. So one of the quality antenna is ALGcom from Brazil, and we have got the partners with them to provide the longer distance with the quality, affordable and high resilience bandwidth. So what is ignored, when I talk to the ISPs, they are very lover of good product. They buy good product, but mostly they ignore the antenna. Whereas antenna plays a key role in providing connectivity or resilient connectivity for a longer distance, right? So we know that there is antenna available, this type of antenna, ultra high performance UPH antenna. We have ultra high performance extreme antenna. What we see is the dBi gain of the antenna, but we never see the lower front to back ratio. What is a front to back ratio? When higher the front to back ratio, you have a stronger the link. When the front to back ratio is 34 dBi or 50 dB or 55 dB, what it creates the difference? You can see in the next slide. So this is a spectrum. You see that 34 dB front to back ratio, it has got a front lobe and there is a back lobe, which is actually an interference for the neighboring point to point link. Similarly, if you go for a 50 dB front to back ratio, you can see that there is a very narrow front lobe and a small back lobe. And in 55 dB, you have a very strong front lobe and very minimal back lobe. Actually, that back lobe is going to create an interference to the neighboring point-to-point and point-to-multipoint radios. So this graph gives you how the product works in multiple frequency versus gain or front-to-back ratio. So that's all from my side.